Hello guys, my name is Tebazo. I'm here again with another video. And today we're gonna be looking at some new cars that Toyota released, the GT3, and the new Lexus LFA concept. It's very controversial, that one. But anyway, let's get into it. This is not gonna be a long video because my phone doesn't have storage. But okay, so Toyota says they built a thoroughbred race machine built for the streets. And my first question about that is, okay, I understand you build a fast car, but is it a supercar or is it a sports car? Because calling a Toyota a supercar, I know Toyota owns Lexus, but I can't. It feels wrong to say a Toyota is a supercar. I don't know. It just. I don't know. I don't know. Same way with like the new Corvette. It's wrong to say it's a supercar. I don't know if supercars like what makes a car a supercar. But I feel like a car being from Europe benefits its image and its claim of being a supercar. But byanong he go Japan or China or America, it doesn't really quite fit. But anyway, hey, it's fine. But for me, I think I'll call it a sports car. I'll call it a sports car. Okay, so they built three cars. They built a Toyota GRGT, the GRGT3, the Lexus LFA concept. The GRGT is the base car, and then the GRGT3 is like FIA regulations verified type of car. It's a GT3 car. Those race cars with the big wings and the vans and those kind of cars. And then Lexus LFA concept, obviously, it's the concept of what they think or what they plan the new LFA to look like, but then it's electric. So okay, moving on. So the Toyota GRGT, it has a 4-liter V8 engine with a single hybrid motor, which pushes out 650 horsepower and 850 newton meters of torque. Is that enough of power now? Yeah, nowadays I feel like a lot of cars they have way too much power. Way too much power. Cars nowadays, like, they have over 1,000 horsepower, and that term is like it's like a family car. And I'm talking about these Teslas. These the Tesla Tesla no, like, they have too much power, Joe. And therefore, like, they are motherly cars. I don't know if you understand, but they are cars that are family orientated. They shouldn't have that much power, but they do. And it's not only Teslas, but they do it the most. But any other car nowadays, they just have too much of power. These sports cars, supercars, they have too much power. But okay, so yeah, 4-liter V8, single hybrid motor, twin turbo also, and then yeah, the GRGT3 also has the same layout. It's just a lot lighter. And also another fact, the GRGT is the first car that Toyota made with a full aluminium body, and it also has like some carbon fiber reinforced parts. The roof, the doors, the trunk, and those kind of parts. They help make it lighter, more like stronger, more rigid, and all that good stuff. So this car, how it looks, I think it looks proper, but that long bonnet, I just hope that, like, seeing it in real life, I just hope it's not as long as it seems. But I quite like the look. I think it looks the part. It doesn't really look like a supercar, does it? It looks more like a sports car. But then yeah, I like the look. It looks like it deserves to be the car that it is. You understand what I'm saying? I like the four the exhaust pipes, how they design them at the back. I like the ducktail spoiler thing. I like the light bar at the back. I like the rims. The only problem, that long bonnet, but hopefully it's not that long. Now the interior, the inside. It's very beautiful, very beautiful. The red, I love that red. I love how everything is laid out. I love the steering wheel. I love how there's actual buttons. I love everything about the interior. I think it's one of the best interiors, like, currently. Okay, not currently, because the car isn't out yet. It's gonna be out next year in 2026. But I love that interior. It's one of the best I've ever seen. Okay, so from what I can understand and how Toyota explains how the process of manufacturing this car came about and how it was designed, they paid a lot of attention to like their test drivers, their race engineers, and how and what input they gave back from the car after driving it. So they really focused on making it driver. They really focused on making the car a driver focused vehicle, like a track car for the street. That's what I'm getting from Toyota's words, and as you can, I'll put the words here so you can see for yourself and interpret it in your own way. But that's what I'm getting. Another thing that Toyota is pointing out about this car and how it's made is that they focused a lot on the lower center of gravity and the weight distribution. Of course, it's a front engine rear wheel drive car, so 50-50 distribution, and how the that distribution helps lower the center of gravity. That makes for better handling, better cornering, and all that other good stuff. And as I've said, the car's engine is a 4-liter twin turbo V8 with a single hybrid motor, which pushes out 650 horsepower and 850 newton meters of torque. It also uses a 8-speed automatic transmission that is mounted at the rear transaxle for, again, better weight distribution. Toyota says like the components of this car have been layered in a way that optimizes the center of gravity. Again, they focus a lot on the lower center of gravity of this car. And so let's hear how it sounds. Okay, so this car's aerodynamics have been shaped through a reverse design approach. Now I don't really know what that means, but I'll try my best to explain how I understand it myself. So cars normally, when it's time to set up a car's like aerodynamics and all that, they look at the car's shape, how it already is, and then they work out how else they can make it like more aerodynamic and how it can cut through the air. And with Toyota, as I'm reading here, it's saying like they started off with a already aerodynamic focus car, and then they made that look like a proper car. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a reverse design approach. They started first with the aerodynamics and then turned that into a beautiful car. Yeah. And obviously the GR-GT is not the only car that Toyota gave us. They also gave us the GR-GT3 racing car, which is also, as I said, it's a GTR FIA regulations compliant car for the track. It's a racing car. They also gave us the Lexus LFA concept, and I don't really want to get too much into this car because I don't really know that much about it. Toyota didn't really say much about the other two cars. The GR-GT3, they didn't say much about that one, and the LFA. But the GR-GT3, the GT3, they don't really need to say much because we already know it's based off of the GT, the GR-GT. But then it's just less weight, more aerodynamics, and then that's it. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And then yeah, I'm looking forward to knowing more about these cars as time goes on. Hopefully Toyota will release more details, and then yeah, we'll see. But then the LFA, thumbs down. Even though the LFA is the first car that I went to see when I wanted to start like making content regarding cars and shit. Yeah. So the LFA is the first car that I went to see. So I hope that the newer one would have a combustion engine. But hey, hopefully, just because it's a concept, maybe they'll see that people are disapproving of it being a electric car, and then maybe they'll put a V8. Who knows? But then yeah, guys. So that's it for my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And then yeah, tell me what else you wanna know about this car, your thoughts, and then yeah. So that's it for my video, guys. See you next time.